Why are you not loading? Okay, there we go. Finally loaded.
I think we're live.
I don't know.
At the moment, I'm by myself. I'm unsure of where Nathan went, and Rohan's just being Rohan.
Well, he's going to get food, and he's getting meds.
Yes. And Rohan forgot to turn his phone on silent.
No,
Wait, you're not even here yet, bro. What are you doing?
Facebook's loading.
Why do you need Facebook?
Because you sent it to me on Messenger.
Oh. Is the internet turned on over there?
Yeah, it's on. It's just incredibly slow.
But yeah, so welcome. We are no longer wrecking. I'm all by myself tonight at the moment. We're using our years of experience and like helping and talking to people and giving away all our information for free. Because on cars and, well, Subarus mostly. Because I haven't played on other cars for many, many years. Well, I have, but not professionally for many years. So... Okay, so we have... I know I could ask on the video, but I like this format better. Both cats melted, so got custom downpipe with ceramic cat. Left rear empty. Can the hollow rear cat affect sound / flow? It'll affect the sound. It'll make it a bit louder.
If you haven't bashed it out correctly, it will rattle like no tomorrow.
Yeah, like, are you talking about beating it out or cutting it out and adding a new one? I'm assuming he's talking about adding a new one. Yeah, Darren, both of his cats melted. So we got a custom downpipe with the ceramic cat.
Should I join straight away?
If you want. Normally helps.
See, I think I meant to do.
But yeah, I don't think it should matter if you have it empty. See you later, bro. As long as there's no O2 sensors before it. No cats before it. Is that before or after?
Before what? O2 sensors? After.
There's a glamorous. Yeah, so he left the rear cat empty. What do you think, Glam? Does that matter?
What are these? Hands?
I don't want to cop these hands. What do you think, Cam?
What am I?
Both cats melted, so got custom downpipe with ceramic cat. Left the rear empty. Can the hollow rear affect sound and flow? It'll just make it louder and flow more, yeah?
Depends. Is it the melted one or has it been replaced?
He's got rid of both melted. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah, can hollow rear. So he's got rid of the melted section.
Does it still have the actual larger piping diameter from the cat? Or is it just
like, are you going to cut it out and replace with just... Oh, so he's left the rear cat empty. So it has got the bigger thing.
It will affect it very, very minor.
Yeah.
You wouldn't notice it.
Yeah.
I'm presuming it's on some sort of scoop.
Yeah, it's a GT lib.
Yeah.
2000
Like, the extra diameter would make a very slight change as the exhaust pulses go through that cavity, but it wouldn't make a massive difference.
But you still will hear more. Yeah, internet's working, I think. Like,
really quick.
Oh.
So
I think I'm online. I'm pretty sure I am. Is it plugged in?
It's plugged in for sure. I'm still loading stuff up.
Jason says it will shoot flames. I don't think it will because it's still got a cat.
Well, you can still get it hot enough.
Yeah.
And if you float enough fuel through it, the cat will stop the majority of it.
Yeah. Yeah, ceramic cat. Yeah. Wait, I thought...
As far as I know.
Aren't the ceramic ones that tend to melt or no?
Oh, they'll all melt over time.
Yeah. I know that's something I need to do with my car.
What, straight pipe?
I need to at least delete one of my cats.
Either that or just go to Bunnings and get some pipe.
because I currently have 3.
Yeah.
I have 1 each bank and then 1 in the
Center.
middle. Yeah. And the one I want to get rid of is the center one, but it's really hard to get rid of because it's at a joint.
Yeah. Really depends on what you're tracing.
Yeah, so he does get a bit more of a crackle, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit more free flowing. And again, like Jason said, like if he were to delete the other cat, he'd just straight up have flames. I like
the
flames.
Easiest way to flame.
Yeah, but the issue is one, legalities. Because even then, I don't know if legally I can delete one of my cats.
You can't delete any of them.
So we're not talking about, this is hypothetically on his car on Forza.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Just delete all of them if they're on Forza. What difference does it make?
But yeah, so we do the live streams at 7:30 on Thursdays, and live chats on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Which I just realized Stick hasn't let us know that he's here yet.
Yes. Oh,
So
yeah.
we have a Nathan now.
Yeah, we're still trying to get Rohan online.
Yeah, Rohan. Come on, man.
I still want to know when you're going to make it public about your new rig.
If you find out, you find out.
Now's the
Cedo-
time. What is it?
Wait.
Cedo still hasn't seen it. He saw me outside and he still didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't have time.
Maybe next time.
You
Did you sell the tomato?
I did.
you may want to run out and have a look quickly, Rohan, whilst your internet's still playing up.
And then come back and tell us.
Because I think it's something Rohan.
Oh, look,
would like.
Rohan's on the stream.
Am I on the stream?
Yeah, in my background.
I've also been told I will not fit in the car either. Because I was told Temrez struggled, so
It was pretty interesting for Tam. Like, once he got in, it was sort of okay, but it is a struggle.
it's going to be funny if he comes back and goes, "Which car is it?" But yeah, tonight we are talking about heads, I believe.
You have to.
Well, you picked the topic.
Yeah, I picked the topic. Yeah, we're talking about the mullet I'm growing on the back of my head
Yeah.
and how
Shave it
glorious it is going.
Shave it off.
Where's the radio?
I
No,
don't
no.
know.
Don't. Well, I got to shave the sides a bit,
Oh.
but we will start with the first one, which was the Liberties and the early GC8s, which had the horrible LS noise. Do you know what that is?
So what's with you and red?
I don't know.
I'm also upset that you didn't keep the plates if you knew you were going to get another
You
red.
did.
I did keep
You
it,
did?
Yeah.
But you can't.
I haven't put them
You
on.
can't swap plates so quickly, man.
Oh.
Like everyone just got to know his SS as Tomato, so now he's got to have a bit of a breather with those plates,
Yeah.
and then put it on the new car.
There's a soul to the plate. Or
Yeah.
at least there's something else in it.
You know, you need to show respect. Rohan, you do realize you could steal his seat whilst he's trying to figure yours out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I enjoy having someone to bounce off. Like I'm not good by myself.
All right. Yeah. There it is.
Hey, I can actually do that.
But yeah, the early GC8s and the early Liberties had the hydraulic lifters, which were very, very noisy. Wait, whoa, where are we at? Okay,
What are we doing? What's going on?
We've just skipped to Darren's car again. EJ 255, 310,000 kilometers, unopened motor. Yeah, I reckon she'll start spitting flames. Just
The best way to never open a motor.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, never opening a motor is something you'd know about with your 86. Yeah.
I feel like any sort of modification means that you're paying to play. So.
But that is something I am kind of going to mention in here. Well, I'll skip to that now. Because wait, what?
What?
I am selling my GX8 or GC8.
GC.
Yeah,
But it's to each other.
yeah. I was just looking. I'm like they're very close. So wait, which one? Like Neil's one that he's just turboed, or interesting. But yeah, no. One of the things I was going to talk about. I guess we'll before we go into the different styles, we'll start with the lifting heads, I guess, which everyone knows Subaru for. I guess.
6 did it too.
Yeah, but from
Yeah,
what?
yeah, and Bowden's Mitzi did it.
What? Mitzi's different thing. That's not an EJ.
Yeah, but it's still lifted heads.
Oh, we have Paul Nettlefold. See that? Paul Nettlefold says hi.
Hi.
He's
Hey.
just checked in,
I checked in.
saying, "Hey, good afternoon." We still have another person. Nathan's still
It's evening.
trying to fix Rohan's computer.
Leave for like 20 minutes and you break everything.
I didn't even touch it. I pressed the on button.
You touched it.
Yeah, technically that is still touching it, man.
Damn.
Every time.
Chloe said yes, the black one. Why are we selling the black GC?
Why not?
What's up with the black GC? What's happened to it? Do you know what's happened to it?
Max.
Needs a GT and big
Oh,
board heads.
we're in trouble, Stedo. Lance is here.
I mean, I've got version 5.6 big port heads sitting somewhere.
He'd be talking as far as on Lincoln's got the bug eye, yes. Bug eye or peanut? Yeah. So he'd be talking about JDM like AVCS big port heads.
Yeah,
That's not what you got.
I don't
I
know
don't
AVCS. I wouldn't want to run AVCS anyway.
Why not? Talking to the mic.
Well,
There's a mic.
AVCS on a built motor.
Why not?
Why not?
Wouldn't it be better to not have AVCS than to have it?
Yes and no. What has Jason just sent me? I'm always concerned when I get stuff from Jason. Oh, wow.
What did Jason say?
Where did he find that? Where did you find that, Jason?
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty.
That's actually very cool. Which I am going to use before I actually go to the subject I wanted to talk about.
We haven't even got the subject.
FB24 thoughts. Well, that's there you go. Do you want me to walk away?
B24, what the one that's going in? Or
Then
the Ascent, but is going to be in the
They're the
potential.
new ones coming into the Lavore.
I think the Lavor's still an FA20, but eventually it will be. But it's in the Ascent now.
Yeah.
The Subaru Ascent. I mean, more displacement is always more torque. Direct injected is going to be good as well, but it's going to be open deck, so I feel like it's still going to be a little bit weak.
See, I haven't even dealt with that yet because we still only mess with
All the FA and FB motors
it is
are
the
open
so
deck,
it
aren't
is
they?
the FA24. So that is the one going into
The Ascent.
yeah, and I'm pretty
We
sure
don't have it.
it's meant to go into the Lavorg as well.
I think eventually, but currently the Lavore is still the
Outback.
FA20.
Yeah.
He said Outback.
Oh, it's going
Outback.
into Outback as well. Oh, is that what we're calling it?
So the FA24.
I think it would be good. Like, more torque overall.
Yeah. Again, because you had an FA20.
20,
Yeah.
But it really depends on what you're chasing in the world.
And it also comes down to how they establish it as well. Yeah, there you go. So it's supposed to be coming in the Outbacks, and the STI is rumored to get it also at a 400 horsepower.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bit insane.
I feel like it still comes down to how they do it though, because I feel like it'd be like the with the EJ20 versus the EJ25. So the 25, you did get the more torque and all that, but you sacrificed slightly on reliability.
Yeah, strength of the motor.
Yeah.
If you don't build the motor, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if they try to keep the same size footprint like they did with the EJs, I don't know. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the bigger issue in comparison to the previous motors will be the direct injection,
Yeah.
because it will be direct injection only and will depend on how much fuel flow they can actually get through the direct injection or
Yeah,
the high
through the
pressure
bore.
fuel pump.
It should be there already.
Yeah, it should be.
But yeah, I reckon it'll be a good motor. It'll be very, very interesting. It's definitely a step forward for Subaru.
Yeah.
Like coming from the EJ, which has had its 30
Such
year
a
life
dominant fucking
period. Oh, dominant
It's actually
period.
connected.
nothing.
Yeah, my brother was actually the XVs use both direct injection and board injection.
Microphone.
Oh, crap. Yeah.
So the FA20, the non-DIT, so the one that existed in the 86,
with yours, yeah.
was a port and direct injection, which is why it can actually make so much power for what it is.
Yeah.
And it had sufficient fuel flow to do so, whether it be on 98 or on ethanol.
There you go. Like Paul just said, FA20 version 1 was rubbish. Version 2, so 2019 exec, had it refined, like the direct injection.
I think that the original one was still good. It was just the problem existed where there wasn't much information or knowledge about it at the time. And when the second generation FA20 and the FA20 DIT came out, there was a lot more understanding of how much you could make, how the rods could handle it.
Yeah,
because
like you start to learn more, yeah.
I personally don't think that the first generation was bad. It was just unknown.
Yeah, because it's like most like version 1 or first generation of each kind of vehicle. The first generation is always that learning curve to see what's going to work and what's not.
Like the Liberties,
Like
Legacies.
Liberties. Oh well, like the fact, yeah, I guess because that's what Subaru did with the Liberties. So the Liberties always appeared to be the test bench for the WRXs. So like you look at my Subaru out the front, which is 2004 model, 2005, its suspension setup wasn't in the same year model Impreza, but the next generation got it.
Okay.
So Subaru seemed to test everything on the Liberty first and then transferred it over. Wow, these guys are talking quick. We have Jason's going hard. Paul said he wishes he was in mic. When Nathan gets back, we can see what we can work out, see if we can get you in here. Because I know Jason enjoys talking as well. So Jason said, I'd be interested to see if they use 8 injectors to get reliable fuel ratio with more boost.
Well, as I was saying before with the XVs, they're a 6-cylinder.
The XV?
XV? No, they're a 4-cylinder, but they use 8 injectors.
Yeah.
They've got 4 direct injected and 4 port injected.
Yeah.
Because apparently the direct injection doesn't really enjoy cold start motors.
Yeah.
Or cold motors in general.
Well, because the issue with having 8 injectors means you can have smaller injectors.
Yeah.
Because that's what you run into issues with when you go E85, is the fact that if you put a big 2000cc injector in, it's harder to get the cold start and the idle right because there's so much fuel like getting thrown in.
Yeah.
So that was that. And they fixed the knock sensor, so there was a knock sensor with your knock sensor issue with yours.
There was a few issues, and I agree also that nylon melting washer with the issue there. And I know some people experienced it. I personally didn't, and the people that I knew didn't, even in boosted motors. So I feel like it was
kind of thing.
I feel like it was very it was more apparent in a market in the US where they sold a lot more of them. They may have had failures and some issues there for sure. I read about it, but I never experienced it personally.
Then we have Jason saying the first gen FA20 stuff. So the nylon melting washers on the direct injectors. Is there a way we can get Paul in here, Cito, on mic or something?
I can leave.
Well, he can use his phone.
Yeah.
Because Paul was just wondering. No, not just Paul's got a lot to add today, so it's actually good. 2014-15 knock sensors weren't activated, and the production cost through having 8 versus 4 is going to be added costs,
and it's very complicated.
It's going to make it harder to have a set of injectors turn on, it adds it's like the was it your model SS that had the drop cylinders, or was that the model before?
No, that was drop valve, my one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the issue of that either.
No.
But
What I mean is on the motorway. How they drop the cylinders to a fuel efficiency.
The activation.
Yeah, the activation.
No, not my one. The L77.
Yeah, because that's one of the other issues you'd run into. It just, everything makes it more complicated. Paul said we delivered a car Friday, came in on Monday with rod out the block.
I feel that a lot of people who drove the FA20 did rag on it quite heavily.
Jason's got a comment there.
Oh,
And
do you want to show Jason's comment before you show that other one?
Which other one?
Only allow Paul if he's wearing pants.
It doesn't matter. If it's from the waist
Yeah.
up, it's fine.
Yeah, true.
We don't need to know. We don't want to know.
the
That's how
other
Zoom
Paul-
works.
Yeah. Oh, so it was 2015 XT.
very interesting. It's interesting that they still have that issue with the DIT as well.
Mm.
Fair enough. I never had much experience with the DIT.
Yeah. And that's like us. We never mess too much with the new ones. That's why I feel like it'd be interesting getting Paul in.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
it sounds like he knows a lot about the new ones.
Well, I put it in the comments, so if he wants to join us, send us a message. Otherwise, we've got too many comments to keep reading out.
So feel free to join over if you'd like. But yeah, and in saying with the like how you said you didn't have the knock sensor issue and all that with your car, not the injector's melting. Sorry, it's like me with computers and the AMD. How everyone says the drivers are terrible and everything happens. I've never personally experienced any of those issues, except for the jet. Like we just accept that though. I want to get Jason's photo up that he sent me because whilst we work out if Paul can come over, this is actually a really cool photo we can show for a bit.
Well, alternative, he could drive all the way here. I don't know how far away he is.
He could.
And he's got to
not
make
that
it
far
here
away,
in
it's
about,
feasible.
Yeah, Paul.
in about an
Knowledge
hour.
has been something.
Just wait. Where Subi Doctor? Where? How far down is he?
I don't know.
Well, Google.
This one and this one. We had our friend Jason, as always, coming clutch, and sent me through this. I don't know. How's that come up on screen? Should I zoom in and go through the list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Subi Doctor and Gold Ghost.
That'll be him. Yeah, so it's not that bad.
It'll take him like 40 minutes to get up here.
Oh,
Well, it depends. If he's got the cars that he's talking about, like any of them, it should take like 20.
So Subaru quickly recalled the XTs to stop the problem.
Putting it out there.
That, Jason,
That's not live advice, by
Jason's
the way.
asked if FA heads go on an EJ block. Back on topic.
That's a good question. Unfortunately, our FA expert just walked
Yeah.
out.
Well, I don't believe so, but that's Paul. Can you help with that?
What's that?
Jason's question. I
Which
don't
one?
think they
No,
do, but
no.
Yeah, okay. I was going to see if Google had my answers, but I guess not.
rightio. So this is what Jason sent me. So the phase 2 and phase 3 heads can also be identified by this external stamp code. I didn't actually run through this. And when he's saying phase 2 and 3,
Yep.
aren't these phase 2 and 3, all these heads on this list?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
What's your question?
No, I was just reading because that just the phase 2 and 3 heads can also be identified by this same external code.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just saying all the codes on those two.
Yes.
I probably should, before I showed that, show the difference between phase 1 and phase 2, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Should probably cover that. I'd recommend.
Oh, so wait, Subaru's way to recall it was to detune it? I'm very confused.
Oh,
And
I mean, if it works,
no,
it
the
works.
FAs aren't going to fit.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Enough of the comments. Get on with the content.
Okay, go ahead. Whilst I quickly find things.
You've got the content.
Yeah. So do you?
No?
I'm
As
trying.
you can see that we are thoroughly prepared for today's stream.
For some reason, we never got a photo of a phase 1 head.
Didn't we have one last time?
I'm not sure.
How
I mean,
prone are
that's-
EZ30Ds for doing gaskets? 100,000K 07 Outback, Darren asks.
Oh, I think most of the H6s had that issue, didn't they? Where they tended to do head gaskets, but I don't think it's something you can really predict and go, okay, it's going to happen now kind of thing. Why photo bucket? I swear we had this issue last week.
We did. And let me guess, it's covering the exact important parts that you need.
Probably.
In the middle of top rebuild.
So heads rebuild.
Oh, so you're rebuilding heads already?
Must be.
If he's rebuilding heads already, wouldn't it just be putting new... Oh, we got Ben Allen saying timing covers more so. Oh, for the timing covers leaking, I guess. Yeah.
The metal ones.
They were terrible for that. And then you also got what old mate did, and like on one of the Outbacks we had where he broke the
thing.
timing cover.
How do you do that?
The actual timing chain. Yeah.
The timing chain cover. Why did he do that?
How did you do it?
I don't know.
Jason,
just did.
why do my MY99 heads have a crack between the plug and valve ports? Asking for a friend.
It's a Subaru thing.
You know that metal putty stuff that you can get? You just stick some of that on there, you'll be fine.
We've seen that done.
Oh, it had warped.
Not on the head, on the
So
timing
warped
chain
heads.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, I know.
Were you able to straighten the heads or no? Maybe. Okay, so ignore the photo bucket thing because, as we discussed last time, photo bucket destroyed the internet.
Yeah.
On the bottom, this is what we classify as the phase ones.
Yeah.
Because the inlet manifold bolts are in a straight line. These look like they're actually fancier early model heads because they're a nice port on them. And then up top we have the phase 2, which is staggered. So when people say phase 3, are they talking about the model with the TGVs?
I would guess AVCS.
True. Oh, EZ30 heads are non-machinable.
Interesting.
Wait, why would that be the case? Is that just due to
Not tolerance, maybe?
It might be the clearances were already too tight from factory or something like that.
It makes sense considering.
Wow, that's
That'd
not
be
good.
interesting.
I don't like that fact.
Yeah. Well, why?
And that makes me a little bit nervous now. That's fine. My EZ30 is fine.
Yeah.
Well, we've now kept Jacob up all night tonight. He's going to be lying in bed contemplating on whether his car is going to break soon or not.
Well, like I've said the last few streams, I am still trying to break it. It just won't break.
Why are you trying to break it?
Because I want to figure out what's making a noise. But I can't figure it out.
Okay.
Next minute, drive shaft just pops out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it turns out someone has been machining the heads. Because Darren said, what have they been doing for the last month?
Probably been sitting on the shelf doing that a lot.
And like Paul said, so like I said as well, like there'd be zero tolerance.
Yeah.
So they've already made the heads pretty much as
So
fine
you
as
could
they
physically machine the heads, but then when you go to run them, you can have problems.
Yeah, you probably have.
I think Jason's got an offer there as well.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a Jason thing to say. And I feel like Paul has zero tolerance for Jason.
Sure.
But yeah,
I've got an interesting Frankenstein motor on my NA as well.
Paul said it will end in tears.
2.5 heads on a 2-litre block.
That's a normal thing. What's wrong with that? That's
Yeah,
a very
you can do
good.
that.
Wait, say again.
2.5 heads on a 2-litre block.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I bought the car like that.
Yeah, you can do that. You need to get a head gasket.
Yeah.
But it can be done. I'm pretty sure. Wait.
No, wait, I'm thinking the other way around. Just a 2.5 litre head. Yeah, no, I don't know if you can do that.
Apparently, it's done and it works, but I wouldn't.
Oh, but that's NA.
That's NA, so I don't have the.
NA's are weird.
Yeah.
I figured that out.
NA's a non-interference and
Oh,
all that
mine,
weird.
I'm not sure about mine, but it's a single overhead. So
How do you know they're 2.5 heads?
because when I went to do the spark plug leads, the one they gave me was about that long.
That's
The one I needed was about that long. I think I still got the picture if my phone didn't delete it.
works though, because the area for the chamber in the head wouldn't match up. Then it'd be
It'd
too
be like a
big.
mushroom.
So how would you seal it? Because the head gasket wouldn't make.
I don't know. I
Okay.
honestly have no clue.
Yeah, so even Paul, you're confusing Paul because Paul's like, why?
2 litre block. Sorry, 2.5 block with 2 litre heads. But no, you're definitely talking the other way around. That's
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
But just so you know, Paul, don't get too excited. We are talking about a naturally aspirated car.
Because the block is stamped EJ20, not 25. So it's definitely a 2-litre block. And as far as the parts shop is concerned, it's a 2.5, unless 99 models did something weird.
Which part shop are you getting it from?
I got it from Autobahn. That was Napa, then now Repco.
It was Autobahn, then it became Napa, then it became Repco Max.
yeah.
You got to be precise, man. Heads are 99.5.
Yeah, 99.5 mil.
Wait, which heads?
The 2.5 litre heads.
How do you know that?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah. So
And Darren
This
said when we get
is-
to my heads, can we point it out?
so you can see that
Yeah,
one had
awesome.
oil on it. That was the old one. This one was the one that I bought. Wasn't exactly the correct
So
size.
your bore size couldn't be 99.5 if it's a 2 litre.
No,
You haven't
the
had the
Boss.
heads off though.
No, I've never taken it off. This was done before I bought the car.
Okay.
And according to the shop, the shorter one was for the 2 litre, and the longer one was for the 2.5.
He knows. Wait, what's he know?
No idea.
Rohan said it on the stream.
stream.
It has to be true.
Yeah, it's on the internet now.
Yeah. I don't know. There's lots of weird things I've said on the internet that haven't always been true.
That's the point.
I'm just going off what the part shop said. So,
Oh, I never trust part shops, man.
yeah, no.
Unless
We're a
it's
part
called
shop.
3P. Okay, now I can get Jason's other photo back up.
Just threw us under the bus.
Yes. This button. Yeah. And then I'll be able to pump through just quickly.
Okay, I was leaking a bit of oil. You know, just a little bit.
So this is... There you go. So you're saying the 2.5 is 99.5. 2 litre is 92, he believes.
Around 92, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, man.
I don't know.
Is that how your car's making all the power?
No, it's making no power.
Sure.
That could
It's
be
NA.
why just-
It's NA. It makes no power, full stop.
Yeah, so they machine the 2 litre heads to 99.5 to make bore of 2.5. So to make it work with the 2.5 litre bottom end.
2.5 litre bottom end.
Yes. So normally with the Subaru,
Yeah.
if people, for some odd reason, think the 2.5 is better, they put the 2.5 litre bottom end and
On
then
2.5 2 litre heads, yeah.
yeah, then 2 litre
Which
heads
is
on
what
it
I'm going to do because I've got the 2 litre head sitting
Yeah.
somewhere in my house.
to make a match. Yeah, but yeah, it's not up the other way around. You know what we need to do, Rohan?
What?
We need to blow your car up and pull the heads off.
Well, I mean, when I eventually...
Can't you take the NA heads off whilst it's still in the car?
Yeah, but I have to take the timing system off. I don't want to do that.
Just put a new time belt on and just pull the heads off.
No.
Pull one of the heads
I
off.
just did the timing belt last year.
We'll send it down to Paul and he can confirm or deny which model head it is.
Look, if you want to pull it apart, go right ahead. But I need my other car working first before I can do that.
Should I put that photo on and see what they? No.
No.
But yeah. So we'll jump back here.
Oh, what, the spark plug?
Yeah.
You go right ahead.
So just quickly, this, if you want to like screenshot this or save it for later, this is the different stamps you'll find on the heads. So with the version STI heads, there you go. Paul said I turboed Nene last year, 10 psi, and it hammered.
Yeah, no thanks.
There's turbo out the front, huh?
Yeah, I know there's a turbo out in the front.
So?
Unfortunately, it won't fit in my Honda. It's too small.
No, Subaru. He's talking about your Subaru, man.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh no, we're in trouble, Cito.
Why?
The army's here.
Oh gosh.
Sounds maybe not so much true.
Just everyone act normal.
A lot of people think they can.
Yeah. So the other thing, one. There we go. So that is where the head would be stamped.
What's going on the left one there? Is it just rags or?
No, they're two possums hiding.
Okay.
Yes, they're rags. But in this photo, you can also see. So what is it? LHB004.
First one.
Yeah. So it's the Liberty twin turbo heads. Cool. I'll let Paul answer that question with you in the chat, Jason. But yeah, next. So after the phase one, because no one really likes phase one heads. You didn't have phase one heads, did you? No. No one likes phase one heads. They are the devil.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because they're just in the weird position. Like, I didn't think they had the good cams or anything, did they? Did any of them have that?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, that is true.
But if we're talking WRX, no, WRX is still pretty good too, like 98 WRX.
I just feel like it's harder to find parts for.
Or stuff, yes.
Yeah, because no one really messes with that generation.
Yeah.
Especially anymore. There you go. Rohan, you have to do it.
Do what?
This is sounding like the world's cheapest turbo mod for you.
I would probably kill it pretty quick.
You could.
I would.
I'm just trying to find which photo I want to use.
Besides, I don't think my transmission would be able to handle it, considering my 3G synchro is dead. Like, it's straight dead now.
Actually, what Jason
crushed at that shifting.
What Jason
Exactly.
asked before. Yeah. So subframe clearance was an issue. Otherwise, actually, that's something I can chime in on because we had a customer figure that issue out very quickly.
Wait, what? Oh, the clearance.
The subframe clearance. It turns out if you cut a box section where the up pipe goes and flip it over and weld it back into place, it clears it. Just maybe strengthen a bit because you just cut up the subframe.
Well, I was going to just, buy another subframe because there's probably someone out there that's selling one.
Everything's clearable with enough fabrication.
We'll pop this up.
No, I didn't bring that.
We'll just ignore the fact that those valves are open for some reason. But when Jason was talking about earlier...
You know how you fix that? You just tap it with a hammer.
I've heard of that before.
There's a video of someone like, oh yeah, I broke my timing belt. The valves are all bent. So he takes the head off and just taps it back with the hammer straight. It's like, don't actually do this at home because it won't fix it.
Yeah, look, Paul's coming out with all the logical steps.
And I'd pay 25 minutes,
which is what I'd do.
To get a Rex box put in. Can we take that as a quote?
No, that's replying to what I said.
Where?
About the subframe.
What about it?
Because he was talking about the clearance issues, and I mentioned our customer who cut the box section out, flipped it, and made it fit.
Yeah.
And Paul's just saying spend 25 minutes to stick it. Like I said, man, that's a lot of effort.
I mean, Paul, I'm not going to replace it with another 5-speed
Why not?
because I can get a 6-speed eventually.
Well, again, that's up to Jason.
Yeah.
You're higher than second is a crutch for bad driving.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, let me just drive in my 2-speed auto.
Oh god.
2-speed manualized or
It works.
Again, Paul's asking you a question, Rohan.
Eventually, that's the plan. It's just that if I can get a 6-speed box versus a 5-speed box, I might as well wait and spend the extra on the 6-speed instead of buying a 5-speed and then buying 6-speed and then having a 5-speed just sitting there until I eventually sell it. So I'm trying not to waste as much money as possible. I don't think that came out right. Yeah, I'm trying not to waste money on unnecessarily buying transmissions.
I think that's what he's saying. Oh, so you're talking you're going to buy the 6-speed once and then eventually push the power.
Yes, as opposed to buying another 5-speed and then buying a 6-speed, and then
Yeah.
I waste money on a 5-speed.
Which he just said there, or blow up 3 5-speeds versus 1 6-speed.
Yeah,
Depends how much power you chase.
And the other thing-
Rohan, it sounds like Jason's on the money for you today.
DCCD for sure.
What do you say?
Please.
Thank you.
Right, I got to show respect to Jason. He's the one getting me my part. But the other thing as well with me getting another.
Too late.
Too late. Well,
on
another
the
thing with
internet.
me getting
True.
another 5-speed is that if I get one, it has to be a cable clutch
Oh,
5-speed.
that is another thing. Wait,
Be-
why?
Because I've got a cable clutch 5-speed.
Get rid of it.
I'm going to.
It's not hard to go hydraulic, my dude.
Yeah, I know. That's true. I need to get all the stuff for it anyway, so if it doesn't come on the 6-speed, then I'll just need to.
I'll throw
acquire that.
Rohan underneath the bus right now. Paul said it's cheaper to blow up 5-speeds, which I do kind of agree. Like,
True, if you're doing the work yourself and you don't value your time, it is cheaper to blow up 5-speeds.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you drive?
Rohan,
Wait, sorry.
yeah?
How much power are you expecting to put through it?
More than 300 kilowatt.
Yeah, 6-speed.
How much?
More than 300 kilowatts.
Yeah.
That'd be a 6-speed job.
Oh,
Like, I've got the heads. They're just not.
he's got the
Operational
head
ones.
and nothing else.
That's it. I got 2-liter EJ. I got 2-liter version 5.6 heads sitting in somewhere, and I've got them, and they just need refurbing. But I'll probably port them as well.
Have you answered Jason's
That is well
question?
while they're out.
A year and ratio. I'm not sure
Dude-
about the year, but a 3.9 ratio.
Dude, he could be sitting on the website now trying to get it, and you're just sitting here questioning, umming and ahhing. He's ready for you, bro. He also said, when you're ready, he can get far out, Nathan.
What?
Nathan's comment.
Just need everything else.
We're not
Stop
putting
trying to
that
shove
up.
in my NA. I can't afford to break it.
No,
right now.
so when we're talking about Rohan's car, Jason said when you get the 6-speed, you have to also buy this. See you later, bro.
Does he have to do that, or does he have to make that?
Oh, no, you can buy that.
Yeah, no, but could he just spray paint his stuff?
Has he got that?
I mean,
Alright.
I don't have those frames that go across.
Actually, if he's got 300 kilowatts, he might need that.
What? Are,
Yeah, actually, from back in the day, there was a mob that did a heap of
Well, one thing I'm definitely going to get.
subframe stuff and stuff that went up in the quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panels.
That's what I'm
TSS.
going to do. I'm going to get the one that hooks that bolts into where the door bolts on, and then goes up to the quarter panel.
Adds a lot of weight.
Just so you know, this is
Yeah.
from Jason. Jason's saying you need to do this. He said there's no option. He said if he's organising parts, you have to buy this.
I mean, if I can get my hands on it, I wouldn't mind doing everything except for the sway bars and the coilovers because I've got MCA coilovers.
Hey, don't compare MCAs to teens. I actually don't know if they're teens, but
I don't think they are. They may just be painted green.
so Paul said he's got a turbo, you just need everything else. Nate William just laughed and said the look on your face then. which is true. I wasn't ready for that.
Look, if people are able to help me out with diagnosing and helping me with fixing the Honda, I may consider turboing the Subaru. That's if I have enough money, because I need to
Before
acquire some work to get some currency so I can actually start doing mods.
Before I get back to heads, just seeing it's pick on Rohan Day, which I'm always down for. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, pick on my name.
We need someone who knows about vehicles to help our Rohan. Hang on, so Rohan starts to sing my MC. Okay, pause bouncing. Next time I'll jump on and chat properly. Okay, so he'll jump on the conversation next time, which will be cool.
Yeah, fair enough. We can actually organise it before the stream to have him on.
Nate said he missed us, and like I said, Darren said Rohan starts to sing my MCA. Can you get it?
Yeah, I get
Do
it.
you get it?
No.
My
MCA.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
The dad of us three took the longest to
Yeah,
get the
get it.
joke.
Yeah, 3299.
I'll actually
Oh
have
no,
to
I just
remember-
told the internet where we are.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Rohan wants people to help diagnose this.
It's not. That was probably from pre-debt.
I think it needs replacing.
There you go.
That's
no.
already been replaced.
I just realized this actually works so well into one of the photos of the head to
Just gap
continue
it.
into it.
Fine.
I feel like there's enough of a gap
Nothing
there.
left to gap.
So this is probably aimed more towards Jason because he's probably one of the smarter ones watching. What do you think? Darren just straight up ping. So yeah.
Ping, 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 ping.
Yes. Also, guys, this isn't a Subaru, so
No, it's
it's not much of a loss. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a Honda. So what's actually happening is that when the car's cold, it runs perfect. Like no.
Jason, just what Jason said. Suffering boot cut.
B18,
No, this is in his
So when the truck's on, it runs fine.
B16, B18.
B18 C7.
So when the choke's on, it runs fine.
And then when it gets to temp, it just cuts. It's like there's a lack of spark of fuel going into the motor. Replace the plugs. Still did the same thing.
So
Have you
find a
smelled-
way to keep the choke on.
Have you smelt the oil?
No.
Because
If it smells like fuel, then it's definitely compression.
yeah, something's probably messed up worse than you can fix. Which, like I said, I've come prepared. We have a few options. We can start with this.
What if I Toyota swap the motor?
So just imagine this is a Honda head.
On my Corolla, take the engine out.
Nate said TPS.
I don't think
adjust-
it's going to fit in my Honda.
Yeah, have you tried messing with the throttle position sensor?
The TPS. Hold on a second. Let me just think real quick. I can't remember which one's which.
Owen's right. Have you tried checking your air pressure, tire air pressure? No, that's what the issue
I
is.
don't think that's going to change anything.
So this is what happens when you drop a valve.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good thing to happen to Subarus. Can I go that way?
Yeah, the TPS is
I feel like it
perfect.
did more than drop a valve though.
Yeah, okay, I was thinking of the right thing. Yeah, the TPS is perfectly fine. If the throttle's closed, it reads 0.5 volt, and when it's open, 4.5. So that's exactly on spec.
Yeah, that thing suffered a bit of a beating. But yeah,
That's not round either anymore. Like, that's actually oval.
Yeah, a bit of field should be right. More back out.
he said the need to have
No,
the
metal
rivets
putty.
out and use screws to adjust is what Nate said. And air fuel ratio when cold but lean when warm could be.
Potentially, yeah, that's what's happening.
And
As
that
I say,
and
while
the-
the choke's on,
yeah,
it runs fine.
and that could be why she melted plugs.
So she's leaning out.
Have you changed your onion rings recently?
Onion rings, no.
It turns out that's happened to Owen once. Okay. Now let's get to some of. There's your answer. How comfortable do you feel?
Well, no, that's the thing is that it cuts out at temp, but it starts every time perfectly fine. It will just cut out after a couple of seconds. So I don't think it's due to cracking. If anything, it could be piston rings.
But the debt could cause cracking.
Yeah, but
And a cylinder has to get extremely hot to melt a piston, melt a spark plug like that. Like you saw how the spark plug was. It has to get very hot. Not this one. This isn't yours yet.
yeah.
We don't think. But soon. It could be. Case what?
I don't have 10 grand. You know I don't have 10 grand for that.
Well, actually, yeah, and that.
Sorry.
No, and that's what he means. So once it gets warm, it expands, and you lose compression, and it dies.
Okay, yeah.
It's okay, Rohan.
Yeah, fair enough.
We won't jump to conclusions. We'll figure it out. How would you find out if that's the case?
Run it, get it. Ooh.
Another one is fuel reg failing with heat. I don't know where the fuel regs are on the
Fuel reg.
Oh, there you go. So do a compression test cold, then another one hot.
Yeah.
Compression test cold, compression test hot, see if there's a difference.
And
It's a C7, so not a normal C.
And I'm not going to pop it up, but yeah, like Nate said, B18C heads are expensive.
The C1,
as well.
the B18C is a JDM. C7 is Australian. C7's a little bit easier to come by.
Nate reckons you're better off with K24. Whoa, Justin's here. Cito, Justin's here.
Justin Cito's not here.
No, true. Other Justin is. Is there any place to get a rear timing cover other than Subaru?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Not a factory one.
Get 3 Ds racking.
Get out.
You told me you were.
When?
Before. I said I would mention it every time from now on.
Who's wrecking?
No,
Um,
wrecking.
Are we wrecking computers?
Alright.
Oh, cool.
A lot of Ryzen boxes up there as well. Surprised
where-
there's none added to your collection
That's
recently.
what I want.
I've been fixing them.
Ah,
Not Ryzen, just computers.
yeah.
No, we're not, Justin. No. No.
Just call up and check just in case. Just during business hours, though.
Yeah.
Preferably on a day that Jacob is working.
Yeah.
So that way, because I was here last week when some guy rang up asking if they were still wrecking, and pissed myself laughing.
But no, what I was going to say, Subaru is probably the best place, because even if you find the covers, with the age, they are most likely damaged, or you're going to break them. So, and where they are, just the heat cycles they go through is just ridiculous. Justin said, got it, and I'll send an email just to be sure. They are only their own cars. Yes. Oh, yeah, because I did say I was wrecking my car. So,
It also helps if you constantly.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
yeah, you
Yeah.
eventually get through to me if you message me a lot. I eventually get grumpy enough to reply. Unless your name's Rohan, then I just ignore you. Okay, but back to the
Funny
topic.
because it's true.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
spam.
it doesn't annoy me. But the spamming works with me.
Yeah. Although I feel like I'm bothering people if they don't reply.
There you go.
So I know.
Okay, look what you've done, Justin. You've created something. Jason said you may not have to start making plastic covers. I would actually say yes.
Yeah, I mean, making
those rear covers. Jason normally makes them out of molds.
Oh, hey Jason, I'd like to purchase a dash lid cover, a dash lid in general.
That's all letting go now, and no one makes it.
Oh, it looks like Jason pulled an old Jacob. You completely destroyed it to get it off. You got mad at my full gorilla.
I remember that. We
I
did that a
actually,
few times, didn't we?
yeah, I saw some photos I wanted to include, but I didn't include because I'm like, it's not exactly on topic. But
We should make a we should do a stream one time of just things Jacob has broken, trying to get them off.
No.
Because I imagine there's a lot of pictures for it. I guess that will have to happen over 2
my
weeks.
vividest memory was my favorite memory of having to break something to get it back was I was pulling a cage at the back of the red XT Forest that we had. I forget which number it was. 140. No.
Oh.
89. Car number 89.
Yeah.
It had a cargo
Silver.
carrier, like cargo barrier
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the back. And
That
I'd
was
installed them
fun.
before.
But
So
you-
I knew when you undid things, like things wanted to fall. I got everything out except for one of the nuts, which fell down into the frame of the body.
Oh,
So there's videos of it where I got all excited because I eventually won. But if you looked at the rear quarter of the car and the rear pillar, I just got the grinder on my hand.
Yeah, you did.
Like there was just holes everywhere, me trying to find this single piece just because I dropped it.
that's when you pull out the bore scope and you just stick it in there.
What?
Jason's trying to break me.
Why?
You'll have to come around here. I'm not putting it. I'm not going to put that one on.
No.
Also, apparently Nate made his turbo on a 3D printer.
But yeah, no, Jason. Making those timing covers would actually be really good. And like Darren said, it would actually be awesome to make custom colors. But the issue would be there are so many different variants of those covers that it'd be really hard to make for all of the cars.
You'd have to standardize it to common models if you wanted to make them and sell them. I'd say standardize it to the American models as well, because a bunch of them would probably want to buy them.
I feel like someone else is going to have to start talking because these guys are really working on me, trying to make me laugh and trying to break me.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, James, we're just talking about Jacob breaking stuff and how we should make a stream.
Just joined in. What are we breaking?
Oh, God.
Never
None of
good
those
to get
comments
caught,
are appropriate.
things to get caught. Actually, wait, Nate, do you have a ball scope? Like, obviously, I don't want to use it. Rohan kind of needs to use it, so
Not for the purpose that you're thinking. It's for my engine. Thank you very much.
It's still open, surely.
yeah, and that's right. So Jason said there would be a lot of R&D for making these things.
Yeah.
The issue would be is trying to figure out how to fix Subaru's mistake.
Which is
Have you ever put a timing cover off a Subaru?
It's not a fun summer.
never had to do it myself.
One of the issues, Rohan don't. Just ignore it.
I've seen it.
He's got fiancé.
The nuts. So the plastic have like nuts molded into them that if someone over tightens it when they're installing it and you try to undo it, the nut ends up just spinning, and that's most likely what happened to Justin.
Okay, yeah.
So it gets caught on and you just cannot get it off.
Yeah.
Unless you cut the head off or you do what Jacob normally used to do and just go Hulk mode and just break everything. Because I'd be somewhat in a rush and I just wanted it off and I didn't want to have to go get a grinder. It's a lot easier to get
I got
a big screwdriver and just snap it.
Yeah, if you're not planning on having to try and put it back on.
Oh no. It turns out Darren actually watched the video.
What video?
The video I did the other day.
Yeah.
Because he said, will your hair miraculously comb itself on here like the video? Because halfway through the video, I must have like stroked my hair or something and it all went down. So at the start of the video, my hair is all sticking up. And next thing,
Well, it's nice to know people paying that much attention.
oh, yeah. They're
Just
definitely
known
paying
as the
attention.
glaring continuity errors. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was just
We're just going to call ourselves Red Dwarf.
Okay.
I was
So
just watching how.
wearing a different shirt all of a
I
sudden.
I realized
Yeah.
just then I did actually have photos of. So, back to the topic.
There's
Phase
a
one.
topic?
There was a topic.
Yes.
No.
Phase one heads. These are small
Myth.
ports because, as you can see, the porting is terrible.
And gunky.
This
Whoa.
again was a small. Oh, actually, no, that's going more into a big port, isn't it? Oh no, it's still small port.
Well,
You might want to see that comment.
Couldn't get cam bolts off, so broke the cover. It was already broken. Yes. Oh, come over here.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
reading
can
from
read it. Okay.
good.
I'm just trying to find. I'm just going to go through the photos and explain the different types of heads. I can't even remember what that one was from. Yeah,
What?
actually, why do they crack, Nathan? Do you know why they crack with the spark plug is? Is it due to over tightening?
Could be. I don't know.
Too many ugga duggers.
I just realized James just put a thing up in his hand.
Yeah. Well, let's go to James then.
You're working. It's working, Jason. It's working. Yeah. Does anyone know why the Subarus tend to crack the spark plug surround so easily?
He's admitted to what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I know. And they're doing very well.
So it's my love and care as the rest of the
So,
vehicle.
I was going to say that.
Good point.
Yeah, looking at it is
You know you're in
how,
shock too.
how small they are.
Like you can be if you want to be.
Oh, there you go. This. Who knows what this is? No, you shush.
Something else you broke.
Something very strange.
Good one.
Let's see who you can pick it. It's out of you two.
It's a 6-cylinder head.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
No.
What gave that away?
No.
Oh, I don't know. No
Okay,
idea
so
what
Jason
gave it away.
thinks they crack due to fatigue because there's not a lot of meat. So I'll jump back quickly because there's not a lot of meat here, especially.
Could be though.
And the other thing I think could be due to over tightening as well, because if you're jamming like the spark plug in there, it's not going to be. Do you know what it is? Rena? Do you want me to ruin it,
Yeah.
or do you want me to give you a chance to figure it out?
No, go.
SVX.
Okay.
Really?
So this is the SVX head. So when people say it's literally like an EJ with an extra cylinder,
They weren't kidding.
They weren't kidding.
they really weren't kidding. Yeah, and so Darren got it right. It's an EG33.
Why?
Why though? Because it's Subaru.
But
They
what hurts me is they couldn't even run it on the factory line though.
yeah no.
Like
They had to
there's-
make their own one.
There is no. Yep.
He's done. He's done.
Yep.
There you
We
go.
broke
So
him.
that's the
It's fine.
like, look at the exhaust housings, like exhaust ports.
This is the, like, I'm trying to think of like, oh, well, maybe some parts could cross over, so it was for ease of manufacturing. But I'm like, not even really that much. No,
Because yeah,
nothing that warrants
the valves, the valves could.
Yeah, but nothing that warrants
Yeah.
the amount of time and effort it would have taken to do that instead of just going through.
Making their own.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the only thing
yeah,
I can see here is that Subaru was attempting to make jobs.
Subaru actually means Lego.
But like, that legitimately looks like something I would have done when I was like, "What? I want an extra cylinder on this."
You know what I'm curious about is whether you could actually bolt that onto an EJ. Like, obviously not make it run.
Yeah, but
Like,
whether the
all the
bolt
holes
holes
and
and
everything's
line
gonna
up.
Everything
line up
line up
perfect.
because everything lines up perfectly.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
going to hurt my hand.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
'cause-
surprise me.
Yeah, because like I was telling, I forget who it was who I mentioned it to. Was it you or Jojo? I think it might have been
Jojo.
the fact that it's like the Holden. So the old Gemini 4-cylinders, they were literally a chopped down 202 or a 186. I can't remember which one.
this is literally the definition of, yeah, you can borrow my work, just change it a little bit.
Well, they own it either way.
Just a little.
You know what it probably was? It was, okay, we've already designed 2/3 of this head, guys. We just got to figure out how to make this extra cylinder work.
Here we
Can
go.
you please just make it work.
Otherwise, you could have extended the design.
drawing of the EJ20
Yeah.
head, and then just went.
That's what it is. Otherwise,
There's
you
the
could have,
extra
like,
one.
extended the design or something rather than literally just cut and paste
Yeah,
the
like-
extra head.
Like
They
even
use most of the same casting for
like
the EJ20.
even looking here, it's the same.
Wait, look at where the headers bolt on too.
Yeah, no, that I had that up here before.
Yeah, I know, but
So
it's
That's what I mean. Look at
it's the
that.
same staggered pattern.
I thought this would be an interesting thing to show because this was one I didn't know about.
Yeah, me either.
Like I had heard about them. I didn't know that.
Distract them in.
Wait.
I knew about it, but I didn't know that it was to that extent.
No one saw anything.
I want to
Is
see
that
it
what
again.
I slip it in?
That always.
Wait, I just realized.
Oh,
Hey, you said you were going to slip it
there you go, man.
Modular engine designs. Yeah,
Yeah, that-
modular.
in. It's
Is
turned
this-
into a tomato now.
Is this the one? I think it is the motor. Is this the shimless? No.
Shimless or shim over bucket? What's the number?
There's a number.
File name number.
3575.
3575. Let's see if it'll open for me now. Nah, fine. My computer has issues with those.
Don't remember what the photo of this one was.
It's missing a valve.
Well,
No, that's shim over.
that was a shim motor.
Shim over bucket.
Yeah, I made sure that I've moved all this. This is in their own specific folder on the NAS, so it's all PG. Most.
Yeah, unlike the name of your external SSD.
It's PG. So this would be going into more of the bigger port. So version 6.
That's very dirty, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Version 6.
Would you like some head
There
with
you
your carbon?
What's wrong with the carbon? Stop picking on the carbon.
Nothing.
What do you mean? That's what you do to get it off. You just pick at it.
Wait, this is the one I was thinking. Yes? No.
What's the number of that one? 6, 7.
4718. Might not be. You're going to tell me I'm wrong again, aren't you?
Wait, what is it?
4718.
Oh, 478. It looks like a 6 on my screen. Oops.
That's another normal one. That has ARP head studs.
Yeah. This looks like shim over as well.
So that is actually a ported head.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you can tell by how shiny it is.
Yes. It kind of explains a lot, yes.
Yeah. Also, how do you tell between a shim over bucket and?
Well, that's what I was hoping to find.
Okay, so the shim under bucket is a completely smooth top. Whereas if you look really closely at the shim over bucket,
Yep.
you can see that there's like a ridge on the outside and then the shim sits on the inside of that.
Okay, so you've got that little lip for it to sit into.
Wait, come have a look at this. The other dead giveaway is these little things here. Wait, can I?
So that's got that going around all the way.
Can you open this picture?
Which number?
Oh wait, actually, let me change my settings and bring that up. Okay, here. So
I've got a vomit photo ready anyway too, so all these are rated M for
this one here. So see if you look here. See these little things here?
Yep.
That's only in shim over bucket. That little cutout there on top, but you can also see the ridge if you look really closely, because
Yeah.
the shim's sitting inside that ridge.
Holy Julie, Jason's going ham. I don't know what these are. Oh, wait, are they the FAs we were talking about? No. Still an EJ. But that is a very fancy looking head.
That's probably enough for looking at this one.
Yeah, so I'll jump back in with this bad boy.
Yeah.
Is this,
And let's see who can guess what this is. Both me and Nathan will know what this is.
Yeah.
Who knows what this is?
It's a head.
Yeah, which one? There's lots of clues in this photo, Rohan.
Right hand side.
A right hand H25, so you'd have to go back to the freaking picture.
That's cheating, man.
Actually, that's true.
Say,
No, I want to
speaking to
have a look and you try to figure it out. There's clues. You're
It
smart.
has something to do with Japan.
Yes, yes.
Really? Do you think it's from Subaru?
Possibly.
Maybe, not sure.
I actually want to see if this is going to
Could be
be
a
good.
Lexus. Who knows?
Could be a V4.
Could be a Toyota. Maybe like an 86.
I mean, you said that, but
Haha.
I did see the new BMW.
Yes, that thing won't help you, Rohan.
Damn. Also, Nate sent a blank message.
There was probably something on that.
Smeg toaster, paperweight, bit dirty, 13B, 08 WRX.
Paperweight is correct.
Paperweight, yep.
I'm pretty sure Jason's got it
Yeah.
because AVCS and terribly small porting. Like terribly small
That's
porting.
huge.
No. Again, I think that's probably a 99 2000.
Well, that's an ABCS head. Do those two pictures go together in this instance?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so. No, these ones, I know what these ones are. These are peanut
Oh, yep.
heads. Because these are the ones that I sent to Sydney,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And again, so these are,
I went in a rally car, didn't it?
yeah, these are AVCS big port heads. Let's see. Let's again just check Jason's theory with the photo. LH T20. Well, he's right. It's amazing. I know my things, Rohan, and so does Jason. So the LHT20 means version 8 STI.
Hmm.
Left
There you go.
hand. Left hand. There we go. That's another small port.
Again, huge.
I genuinely feel terrible looking at them. What would those? The 07 would be close to the 08 WRX, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Actually, that is most likely what that head would be then, because we had more of those in the 08s. That's a port. That is ported too, yeah.
It looks like it has cast marks, so I don't.
Oh yeah,
think
true.
so. It's not polished, or it doesn't have the marks for the tool.
The genuine fancy stuff.
Yeah. Wait, whose heads were they?
Which ones?
The previous ones. Those. It looks
Oh.
like the towel that we had in the rag bin.
Yes, it most definitely is.
ABCS heads. Were they my heads? No.
No, because yours were a lot cleaner.
Yeah, and we didn't get the machining done ourselves.
They're peanut ones as well.
Okay.
Do I still give warranty? For what?
I don't know. What have you sold lately?
I can't remember. What did I sell James? Have I sold James some?
Yeah. Not anytime recently, though.
Oh yeah, there you go. So they're matching heads there.
Yep.
So they're both big port peanut heads.
Oh, yep.
I think that's just a normal 99 2000 head. I knew it. I knew I'd find it.
Find what?
Shimanda.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Yep, because there's no bridges.
No little nicks.
So these are the fancy heads.
Flat top.
But the issue is someone lost some of the shims.
Yeah.
Some of the buckets, sorry.
So, in terms of performance, what's the difference between a shim over and shim under bucket?
Nothing really.
Yeah, I don't.
More.
I think it's just reliability, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's less parts in that one.
Well, it's more, I think, apparently you're supposed to have less chance of spitting a shim in the shim under bucket.
Oh yeah, you have less chance of spitting it. Yeah,
I don't know if that's true or not, though.
that'd be a
I think
question
that
for
was
the
the idea, but I don't know if it practically played out that way.
Yeah,
Snake oil.
I think it may have been about the same.
there you go. And like, look at the size of those valves as well.
Actually, I was just thinking, I wonder if it has something to do with
I feel like we need to start including that in all our videos.
Oh, here we go. Jason said shim over cracks shims. There you go.
Oh, I know someone who's done that a lot, and we only really have one customer do it a lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Man,
Yeah.
back in the day. No, he was pushing decent power through his GCA, and she was never in a happy mood.
I mean, if you're constantly breaking your GCA, you're never going to be in a happy mood, since it's a pain in the neck to actually work on them in general.
And shims will what set the valve clearance too.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's extra things in there.
Which we should probably talk about, because your shims aren't actually all the same thickness. There's like, what is it, like 30 different options or something?
Yeah, it's like
There's
any
30
style of shim.
There's 30 individual Subaru part numbers for each size of shim.
If shim overcrack shims at high RPM. Yeah,
My issue would be, I'd be like, the first numbers I see, they're good.
Now that I think about it, if I really wanted to, I could probably sit down and do it. I
Yeah,
do all the calculations and maths and then put it together, but I really don't want to.
that's a lot of effort.
Yeah, I know. I don't
And
want
that's
to.
a lot of metal shavings.
Why? Oh, yeah, that. Ooh, yeah,
Should be right.
it's fine. It's probably fine.
what do you mean? You just
But you can
turn the
definitely
motor
see
over
the
and let it burn out.
difference between the portings.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's
Timing chain.
easy to shave the end of the.
Put that up.
Oh, that is true, isn't it? Though. Yeah, but that seems dodgy.
Yeah.
A little dodgy.
He's not wrong.
What if you shave
He's
too
not
much,
wrong.
though? Then you need to get a thicker shim.
Oh, then you just get a new valve and do
And
the
start
same.
again.
Again,
Again from the beginning.
keep buying 5 speeds. Like,
We're back to the 5-speed, man. It is still cheaper to buy a 5-speed.
Yeah.
So who knows what this motor is?
buying valves. Oh.
A Subaru engine.
I'm gonna go with a flat configuration.
Judging by the water pipes up the top, EZ30D. What?
Jason's back on it. He's back on the make Jacob laugh train. Back on.
Wow.
Come on, Rohan. I believe in you.
I said it's a Subaru engine.
Yeah, which type? Cito's right. It's a H6. So this is the dual AVCS.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's an EZ, well, H6 in general. But
Wait, no, this is the earlier one without the dual AVCS. Wait, is it dual?
By the look of the cam gears, it looks like it's dual.
Yeah. But yeah, so this here is the thing that gives everyone headaches.
Tensioner.
Well, that one and that one.
Well, how much is it to replace one? Like a couple of grand.
In labour,
In labour, yeah, it's about $2 grand.
How much in parts?
Lots.
about 1,500.
No, actually, no. I think it was about $2 grand to do it. Like, it
Oh, that's
costs.
not too bad.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it is like motor out, and it's an absolute headache.
Anything that's motor out, really.
Yeah, it's a Subaru.
That's when you do what I did to my Honda and you have the front
Why can't I
detachable.
go next?
So you take the whole front of the
That might
car
be the
off
last
and then you can
one.
work on it.
Oh no, there is more.
It's part of the reason why that old GC might have fucking the mil spec wiring done to it. So I put
Yeah, there is a
unplugging
lot.
wiring and by unplugging one plug rather than chasing everything through firewalls.
Yeah,
Well,
fair enough.
The
The
main-
Subaru engine is 3 plugs anyway to detach the engine
Way
lead.
too many ones. One big screwy blade. Problem solved.
From factory, there's 3.
No,
So
three
do-
is a larger
Yes,
number than
Darren. If you've got an EZ30 out
is a lot less than whatever you
doing
change it
heads and stuff, you change the timing chain stuff, especially if it's near 100,000
together.
calories,
That's pretty much
Yeah, yeah.
because they start ticking and they just die. Okay, now
Subaru's changed to 1.
let's see who can figure this one out. This is something. Someone
It's
in this
ported.
room, apart from me, should know this.
It's ported.
Yes, it's ported. Very good eyes. It's a fairly large port as well.
It's nice and shiny.
It's ported by JHH.
Yes.
Cool.
JHH.
Now, where do we think Jacob would have got this photo from?
I don't know if it falls.
No.
There's also a lot of red paint flakes
Must
on
be
there.
the two-door.
I have a feeling it's out of a two-door. I did ask permission
Okay.
because I'm like, I know he's very secretive about like his stuff, but I'm like, we're talking about heads, and obviously we're going to get on the porting, and
Yep.
that's a pretty large port.
Just a little.
No, it's not a version. Look at Jason saying version 6. What a rookie! What a rookie!
Same thing. Version 5.
Mate, if you want to know what Anthony's biggest fear with this photo was?
What?
That people were going to pick on the fact that it was dirty.
Well, I was thinking it, but I wasn't going to say it.
So you would.
I mean, it could have been cleaned up for the photo.
He would have definitely had to clean that up. Have a look inside.
Rachel Stevens says, "Hello guys, I know what it is. It's Subaru head." Yes, it is.
Yes.
And Darren said, "Love a vintage port."
Have a look inside the chamber there. You can see a bit of red on the left side.
Yeah,
Bit
that's
of red
fine.
in
He
there.
would have got it out. He would have got it out.
And Nate is just all kinds of wrong. But given
So
what
he definitely
usually
would have cleaned it.
Oh,
Should've
Evo
been
3. Well, what model was the WRX Clubspec Evo 3? Weren't they that year?
I thought they were the year before.
Because technically he could have been trying to take the Mickey, but accidentally stumbled
it
onto
was,
the truth.
97 was the last
Did he?
GC
Yep.
Evo, wasn't
He
it?
stumbled on the truth. So, Nate,
Is correct.
you're right. And
Except-
he even added the DAR.
Except that's SDI.
Yeah, the fact that, it's an STI. It's out of actually a two-door, not an Evo 3. But it could have been out of an Evo 3.
I mean, same head.
I'm a good Same head, yes. But they don't have JHH.
Well, same head castings.
But I just realised I did forget
That's a cool photo.
Which one?
This one.
Yes. But I'm going to let one of you two guys talk for a little bit because I remember there was a photo that I needed to show.
Oh gosh, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Actually, wait. Here, look. Talk about... That is terribly
We have
small.
been talking about heads.
Cedo, you know about this one?
Jason said, I'm guessing is that a phase 2?
He may have swapped. Wait, it
And
It
yes, it was a phase 2 head.
There's something
Yeah,
very
huh?
interesting going on there.
97. Ah, yeah, that's EG33.
yes, early model.
Yeah. Single exhaust port. Whose damn idea was that?
Why?
Anyway. That's what I'm saying. Whose damn idea was that? I don't know why. Cam Freeman says, I'm told the valves with ED3 cast into the head of the valve are sodium filled. ED2 valves aren't sodium filled. I don't know about the exact stampings, but as far as I understand, yes, STI valves are sodium filled. So if that's the markings accordingly, then that's probably correct. We don't know that much detail though.
About his heads. I could
No,
find
about
out.
the valves having ED3 and ED2 cast in them.
What was the logic behind that?
What?
Sodium filled?
No. You think
The single exhaust port.
That's
was
stupid.
it
Easily.
cheaper to manufacture?
It would have
I
been
would-
easier to manufacture at the time.
I would have thought it would have been clearance in the car, like for the
Clearance
headers
issues.
or headers, instead of having to run three
Three,
pipes, you just run
Yeah.
one big one.
But
Could be manufacturing cost as well.
could you imagine?
I'm just trying to figure out the engineering that went, because someone put a lot of effort in the engineering behind that to create that monstrosity.
Sometimes,
But what I was going to say
Sometimes-
is,
Oh, I'm going to cut a valve open now.
wait, what's he going to do?
Cut a valve open.
Well, what I was going to say.
sometimes I feel like Subaru engineers are just memeing.
And Darren raises a good point. Could you bolt a turbo straight to that head?
I don't see why not.
Oh,
You know what I've just clicked
Or you
with?
wouldn't need to collect the gases. It's already done within the head.
This means
Twin turbo straight off the arm. And then it dumps itself.
Okay. Topic us.
but you know the other thing there, that just actually shows that Subaru was somewhat ahead of their time.
Why?
Because think like how many of the modern motors do have like the headers built into the head? Like I know that's technically not headers, but
Think about this.
ahead of their time.
One turbo on the other one, and then just nothing attached to any of it, just dumping straight out. Like,
oh Darren, flip
It's
the
just
heads.
every time you
twin
bottom out, you just
Yeah.
take a turbo with you, so you have to keep on doing
turbo.
that.
Flip the heads twin turbo.
flip the heads. See, that's what I'm saying. Flip the twin.
That's
Yes.
exactly what you were just saying.
Boom.
But-
Perfect.
I also have one. Why is it so small?
Why? Because race car.
I just want to see if Cito remembers this.
Yep.
That was a few years ago where people thought dimpling the inlet would help.
Yeah.
I don't remember if there was any proof that it did.
I don't think there was, no.
In theory, it could, but I don't think it would work in that kind of aspect.
Like a golf ball.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a dimpled golf ball flies really well because it's dimpled. I don't think
Someone
that's going to work very well.
Well, the thing is, I feel like the air's already moving fast enough that
It doesn't matter. Like
it's not going to really matter because
it'd
it's,
be better to
getting
polish
stuck.
the damn thing. You
Yes.
polish it, you'd get something. You'd get a better result than dimpling it
yeah,
like
there you
that.
go, Jason. Have you ever run into this? And does it help?
Speed hole.
Because if anyone's done it, it's Jason.
Well, no,
he's done
see
this.
speed holes would be putting holes directly into your cylinder, so you
I-
have more
I
air
could
going
see
in.
him sitting there with a little jeweler's hammer and just slowly tapping in each. Mythbusters proved it worked.
Yes, they did.
In
The
an
dimple
engine.
porting works.
Not the porting. They put it on a car.
Yeah.
Like they put dimple bloody whatever on a car and drove the car, and it was
Yeah,
more
but does it
aerodynamic.
work in an engine?
I mean, you think about it, it should because of the airflow, right? It's the same concept of golf balls and the bumps on basketballs and stuff.
Should.
But
Sure.
in this particular case, because it's enclosed,
Oh, wait.
polishing it would mean you'd get better airflow anyway.
Would it though?
With what though?
Polishing your ports.
As opposed to dimpling it.
Why are we dimpling things?
Because
Oh, Cito forgot his strings. Okay, I just want to.
because better airflow.
Now, where was it? This was another thing that I wanted to find proof and show people for. Was so the EJ33 was actually a timing belt. Like I had been told about it, but
No,
actually
you can't
something I'm looking at there hurts my head.
What?
The belt's not going to the top.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yeah.
Why isn't the belt going to the top cam?
It might be like.
Single overhead camber conversion.
No, have you ever looked inside a Camry, like early Camry engine? They had gears on the cams.
Yeah.
So the cams meshed and then one cam turned the other. Yeah.
Oh,
Again, the engineering behind it is interesting, but
Yeah.
I'm left asking why.
well, the main reason I'm asking why is if they've copied the EJ so much.
Here you go. Jason said other end has a gear drive. So it would be
Oh, so on the back side of the motor it has a gear.
oh maybe.
Is that what we're talking about?
Might
But-
be the back end of the cam.
But the other thing I'm confused about there is
Can we find a photo of EG33 cams?
possibly. Where are we at? So we have, it would only work if you bin those and replace it with a non-destroyed head.
Oh no, the backside of the cam gears here.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me see if I can save that photo.
Yeah, so it's on the backside of the cam gear. Nathan just found a photo. Justin says he feels like it would be more benefit on an NA. Yeah, well, that's the other thing with like the headers on the Subarus and stuff. How people always freak out about them being unequal length and it's ruining flow. It's like, no, that's why you have a turbocharger.
Over here,
Because you're forcing the air in and out.
backside of the cam gears have actual gears.
What if you have unequal length and no turbo?
That's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Imagine getting your finger stuck in that though. Stuff that.
But like I said, the thing that's annoying me is they've copied so much of the EJ20
Yeah.
and they've just gone, I don't like how the timing gears work, like the timing belt works on an EJ20.
Yeah.
Let's change it.
What's with this though? This is one open section for both spark plug chambers. Is it so that they could fit this in the middle?
Possibly. But
it looks like they just.
Well,
took
no.
this.
Have a look on the left side of that big chamber. You can see another one of those bunks.
Yeah, I know.
as far as I know, the RB30, isn't that just a single overhead cam?
No idea.
No idea. I don't do.
So he's saying some
Holdens.
some Toyotas with it, and the Amarok runs the same system.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense, but how do you go about, like, having adjustable cam? You can't really adjust it then, can you?
No.
The Amarok.
The Amarok could have to have adjustable cams. Oh, diesel. Oh, really? Just dump fuel and it will go.
More diesel equals go.
Yeah.
Roll coal, baby.
Oh, there you go. That's what that had. There you go. So, just to show you, Nathan, it is just a big old hole.
Yep.
Again, yes, I understand, guys, it's dirty. Just give me a break.
Not our engine.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the cam sensor there?
Me and my 15 cans of degrees will have to disagree with that.
Interesting.
Yeah, Darren said RB30 is only one overhead cam, all the others double.
Okay. That's way out of our world.
The lobes are pressed on the Amarok.
Hey, he's got a big
camshaft.
burger.
Oh. So the lobes themselves move.
Your loads move.
I don't know how to make my lobes move.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either. But I want to get to my list and see what I haven't actually mentioned. I actually know that.
Covered most things now.
Yeah, I think I have covered most of them.
Oh, except maybe for this. Oh, come on. Can you see which picture I'm talking about?
Yes.
You want to talk about that? I don't want to talk about that.
Well, before I talk about that, I want to talk about this because it's a head thing that we had a customer bring up, and he's actually currently here. Yeah, so the lobes can spin on the shaft. They're not meant to, though. But they can. Wait, why isn't photos coming up?
You broke it.
Someone broke it.
Jacob broke it.
Oh, it's working now.
Oh, yeah.
So I had Mr. Justin talk about this. Actually, we have someone here who's owned a decently powered Subaru. Do you know what this is?
No.
This is
That was a long time to get to
cylinder
know.
4 cooling mod.
That's that.
So
I'd say no, but I bet you it's for cylinder 4 because cylinder 4 overheats.
yeah, but like I've never had anyone use it before. Like I've had cylinder 3 issues. Like cylinder 3 is where I normally see the issue because it's where the turbo is. Like most of the cars we had come through, it was normally that side head that died. So it was normally number 3, where the turbo chill bangs. But it turns out this is a mod people do they cut into the heater core line, and it just adds more flow to the back of that head, which I somewhat understand, but I don't at the same time, because as like I said, we never really had that problem on that side. From what I've researched, it sounds like still the 2.5s, that's what normally caused the ringland issue, which was cylinder 4. So this would help with those.
Not so much for the
But not so much for the 2 liters, because the walls of the bore are already thicker, so there's less heat transfer into the
cool
cooler.
way 2 litres was the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get the more heat coming through from the turbo. But yeah, so this was something Justin asked about for his 2 liter. So as far as I understand, you shouldn't need it. But I just don't see, because there was another thing they mentioned was there's also an opposite effect, is the fact that you can slow down the coolant transfer in your heater core, so your car doesn't warm up as much inside because you're moving more coolant around. But yeah, Jason's right. 2.5 is so last decade. 2.4 is the future. Yeah.
Why?
Because F8 are coming out as 2.4.
Yeah, I know, but okay, sure.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you did that, Justin. So I guess for Justin it may be helpful because he somehow threw a ringland on his 2 liter.
How?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Again, like I said, we have never come across that.
So what's the new thing
That's
going to
a
be? Instead of
2.5
2.7, it's going to be a 2.6?
Nah.
2.65.
Yeah, 2.65.
Fix everything. Tell us the world. Everything's a 6 litre.
Although, because they had the 2.5s,
That was
and
a
people,
conversation I've had earlier
So-
today.
people
We're
did
not
stroke up
balancing
the
the world.
2.5s to 2.7, didn't they?
6 litre, everything.
But yeah,
works
if-
together.
Oh, what?
Have you talked to your mechanic, or have you tried to figure out what caused the ringland to go?
I'm curious because the 2 litres didn't have the ringland issue.
Yeah.
That was an EJ 2.5.
Because one of the topics I haven't, he'll send us the photo. Okay, send her through probably to 3P, so me or Nathan. Jason says FA20 hybrid with a nitrous hit in the form of a mega capacitor power.
What? Okay.
I want a 6 liter boxer. Isn't there one of those already, box rated?
Box, all
So
right.
there'd have to be a box rated in a Porsche or something.
No,
Like I know
the 6s generally.
they have the race car. I know there's a race
They've got
car.
the box at 12, which there was only one of them. And
Actually.
the flat 8, also known as a horizontally opposed 8, is an 8. Yeah, you don't say.
What
It's in a
brand?
race car.
What car?
It's
What
in a
company?
Porsche race car.
Who said it? Who said it? Who said Porsche? I swear I said Porsche.
Yeah, but is it a production engine?
No.
No.
Could it be? Yes.
Really? We're going to go on could it be?
It was first used in 1904.
Yeah, boxes are a lot older than people think.
Realize, yeah.
They're really good in light aircraft
Yeah.
Oh,
because of the harmonic balance.
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Don't I, Jason? Thank you. You send me lots of photos, Jason. It's so hard to keep up with how many photos Jason sends me. Is Nathan up at the no, I'm sick.
Whoa.
Is that the V12 you're talking about, Rohan? Or flat 12?
That's the flat 12, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which they were going to try and put it in.
Production engine.
They were
That's
going to
right.
try and put it in the F1, in a F1. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out. Christian von Koenigsegg took a liking to it, and we haven't heard anything about it since.
See, what I want to know is what.
Why couldn't they get it in the F1? Was it regs?
Wouldn't have been regs. It probably would have been cost.
I want to
If
know
anything.
what this is.
It's an engine. Done. We can stop now, guys.
Those are blue plastic fittings.
Is that carbon
and
fiber?
silicone. Those are
Looks
hose
like it.
clamps.
It's got fuel rails.
That looks like, some fuel lines. in there.
Yeah, I think the box engine was originally an aircraft engine.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
But yeah, no, this is something Jason sent me. I feel like it's just some company showing off their setup in a like visual way because of all the cutouts. It's like, yo, this is what it can do.
That is not a working thing.
Oh, what makes you say that's not a working thing? Are you talking about the viewing port? Viewing ports are fine. You can ask Nathan. I've had a car start and run at the shop that had a viewing port. It was making bad noises. We couldn't get it to
It
start.
was making that noise.
It was making bad
Really?
noises. Couldn't start.
Really?
I got it to start and drive. Then I pulled it apart and gone, hang on. I probably shouldn't have done that.
You mean the fact
By
that
comparison,
there was
this.
no compression? Compression was not there. It was zero.
Yeah.
Zero compression.
Oh, there you go. There's he's gone. He wasn't lying.
Oh,
Hmm.
are you sure it's not a 2.5? Like, have you somehow misplaced half a liter? Because
Could have it
that
happened?
looks like my engine.
Could have it happened because it was
chunk missing there.
an oversized
Wait.
ring?
Oh, there is.
Okay, yeah, that's some other problems you got going on.
But you know what I mean? Like, do you think it could have been an oversized ring and it's caught? Like it's got hot and just caught on something?
Maybe.
This is something where we need Jason to explain.
It's a definitely 2 liter.
Okay, so definitely 2 liter, just with 2.5 liter problems. Huh. Well, you got the worst of both worlds. didn't you?
Someone at the factory must have stuffed up.
Wait, where are you looking?
What?
No, I just looked over at Rohan and he's like, oh, Cam Freeman's an NA piston? Is it an NA piston?
I don't think so.
It's a fucked piston.
We know that.
Yes.
I mean, it's perfectly feasible. And apparently Jacob uses them all the time because he doesn't need compression.
Oh, dude, it was so... Because no one thought I could do it. Like, everyone was like, we got to push it in. And everyone knows how lazy I am.
Fair, when parts of your engine are not there, generally it doesn't start. It's a fair assumption.
Especially if the parts of the engine that are supposed to be inside the engine are outside the engine.
Yeah.
They wanted to be outside of the engine. You want to know what saved it? The cracked crossover pipe.
Then the weight out of that thing must have been.
He said,
nice.
to his knowledge, it's not an NA piston. I don't think it is. It didn't look like it was. The top's way too thick to be an NA piston.
Maybe
Those
rings.
markings.
Yeah.
Like maybe wrong rings.
Well, that's what I
somehow?
was thinking. Like, he may have accidentally got an oversized ring.
Wasn't it a stock 207 bottom end though?
Was it a stock bottom end? I thought he put it all together.
I'm
No, look,
trying to
they're
figure
dented
out
distance.
how they got a ringland issue in 2 liter. Then again, I had a mate of mine do that with an FA. So
That's an FA though, so we don't know about the reliability of FAs here. We only do
actually
EJs.
sold that recently.
We don't
Okay,
do
so-
anything anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a decent amount of money for it considering it's gone through 3 engines.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, the other thing where was that?
Now
photo?
it's someone else's problem.
FA reliability.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Got
But
more engine blocks than mine did.
Wait, do we have anything else to show?
Jason said I had an oversized ring once.
Was it
Oh.
a vacuum ring?
You had to read that out, didn't you? Oh, to my knowledge, it was version 6.207, which is, if we're just talking short block, that's pretty much just a 205.
Yeah,
Because
But
that's
that's-
still open deck.
it still shouldn't do a ringland though.
Do a ringland like that. But,
I can't
well,
believe
obviously,
it.
it has.
Well, it depends on how old it was too.
Yeah.
Wait, but that piston top doesn't look like a version 6207. That looks like a version 7207.
Hmm.
Which means it would be, or should be good. The only thing then that would cause that, you would think, would be if something went wrong, like injector clogged or not even fuel something, because then that'd hydrolock. So
Yeah, but even injector wouldn't do a ringland.
Mm.
If you lose an injector, you're gonna like melt a piston.
yeah,
You don't just crack a ringland.
yeah, and there's no signs of detonation on the top of the piston as far as we can see.
Yeah, that's what's really screwing with my head. Is how just how.
Darren asked if strokers are popular here. Yes.
A lot of people do.
Well, if you're pushing power, yes.
Like my brother.
As in, like, do a lot of people do them? I don't know of a huge amount of people who do them
It's
Well-
not popular in the
yeah,
sense that a lot of people.
compared to people who build a straight out 2.5.
Well, like I said, people pushing power.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't make them
Aren't there
popular.
a lot of people that
Sure, people do them, but they're not popular.
Yeah.
Same as meth injections are really popular in Australia.
Yeah, even though people do it,
So people
And it
still
makes a
feel
lot of power.
attention.
it's still not really
So
popular.
his crate motor has arrived. Like, yeah, it's
It's cool that you got a new block and Eric. Like that's great. I'm just still trying to figure out how in God's name that
how big
series
in
is manufactured.
2.5. I'm pretty sure it's around 2.7 is how big most people go.
stroke up, yeah,
I'm
2.7.
gonna go past that.
Yeah.
Not past that.
Anything beyond that is resleeving at a larger bore.
It said L. Sorry.
Because
LB003.
if memory serves correct, to stroke, you need to bore it out from 99 to
And
100 and something.
yeah, you can go about 2.7. But another thing, like,
Past that.
I know what I'm more interested. I prefer the D-stroke.
Yes.
Wait, according to that list, then that doesn't match anything on here.
What's this?
The D-stroke motors go very, very hard. And if you don't believe me, look up our friend's YouTube video about Got It Rex and their 12,000 RPM.
Is that a 2-liter D-stroked or a 2.5 D-stroked?
He, as far as I'm aware, he never told people what it was. I
Because
just know it was a D-stroke.
Well,
motor.
it's mentioned in the title of the video that it's D-stroke. It just doesn't state what the original versus D-stroke was.
RHB 004,
Which
and that's both Liberty, so twin turbo Liberty, but they're two mismatched heads.
yeah, I was gonna say which means there's a mismatched heads on,
The heads aren't matching,
which could explain theory.
and that would make it something like an EJ 208,
Hmm.
or low depending.
LHB 003.
I feel like we need to pay a visit to Justin one day and actually have a look at this thing.
I'm intrigued that you have mismatched heads on it.
If he's open to that.
Yeah. That's very odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, LHB 003.
Yeah.
And RHB 003. Yeah, you have mismatched heads. Okay.
Are you reading the comments?
Mhm.
Okay.
This is why I'm so impressed that you and Jason managed to keep it PG for
Oh,
the
look.
entire time he was on stream.
Wait, if
Yeah.
you want to go see it, Justin said it's perfect timing. It's in pieces.
But are we taking the show to him now?
Does this
You
mean-
know, I just realized something as well, guys.
maybe between now and next week?
The time.
Yeah, I only just looked down.
Yeah. That's why I was asking before.
Holy
if there was
shit.
anything
I left
else
my
to show.
house at like nearly 8. I don't know what
Um,
was filled up, but I'm happy with that.
Yep. Okay. We'll
okay,
talk
the last
Justin
thing I
about
want to really get out there is
Yeah.
the lifting heads.
Mm.
It's not really a Subaru design fault. It's more of a material fault they use. As far as like all the looking up I can do, it's the head gaskets that's the fault.
Just realized
They use poor material and it just causes them to blow out.
Yeah, I think that's
And normally the easiest way to fix it is to chuck in a set of MLS head gaskets.
And
So
mine's not-
multi-layered steel head gaskets.
behind you.
And then the other thing I always recommend is if you have the heads off, put
Do
some
that
head
now.
studs in. Just because
Yeah.
Mills,
if
baby.
you're there,
You might as well.
Just do it. Go big or go home.
All right,
so
see ya.
What's it? A couple $100 of insurance
So, yeah,
for
Uh,
ARP
I
head studs?
with the head studs.
aren't the head studs
I'm
aren't the
not
head
putting
studs
head
about
studs in my
1,000? See ya?
Huh?
Well, about between 5 and 1,000, 500 and 1,000.
I think so.
Yeah, depending on what you get.
$1,000 extra for a set of ARP head studs. It's a good insurance regardless, because the last thing you need is warping your heads from mixing coolant and combustion
Mm-hmm.
from separation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went there.
He's talking about cars though.
He's most definitely not talking about cars, but
He
yes.
said Rev.
There you go. From Chew Speed ARP 2000 head studs, $415.
So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Compared to how much a set of standard head bolts would cost.
Yeah.
And I just, like obviously if you install them,
Oh.
make sure you,
CMA, $395.10.
I want to say a short
Do it,
thing,
say
but
it.
there's too many people here that actually know what it means. So please read the manual and install it correctly.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that.
Because,
I'm going to need some context later.
Wait,
Yeah.
don't you know what I was talking about?
No.
Oh, look at this little rookie.
You have a message to open?
Yes.
And I guess the last thing I will show, just because like Nathan said but didn't say, is this.
Said but didn't say.
Well, said but didn't show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is this. You need to keep on top of your timing belts. Because if you don't, anyone use valve spring removal tools on eBay?
I'm sure plenty of people have, otherwise they wouldn't still be on eBay.
I haven't
But
used them.
we haven't.
Yeah, I got a video of I got a video of what the car sounds like with that.
Oh, dude, it was.
You're the
What?
one that drove it as well, Jacob, when I took that video.
I have a tendency of driving broken cars. All right.
And also, I had a very, very lively comment about it when we had
Yeah.
it parked around the side.
But pretty much, if you do this, you pretty much have to write your heads off because actually, it was a video I did the other day. During what was the video I did where I mentioned this?
Is that my engine? That was my engine.
That was your engine, yeah.
You can tell by the
Come on,
tire.
you've watched my videos I've put on
Which
YouTube. I
video?
mentioned it.
Mentioned what?
I think it was to do with the Foresters. Might have been. I mentioned in one of the videos where the common issues.
Oh, yeah, the combination
With
one.
David, one of our mates, he broke a cam gear and a timing belt on the same motor
and it survived.
twice, and it survived.
Yeah.
Not everyone's as lucky as David.
No
Don't tempt
people
fate.
aren't as lucky as
Yeah,
David.
don't tempt fate. Change your timing belt. And on that note,
Do tempt fate. Maintenance is for Wazzies.
on that note, because
Heckle.
we have been talking for a very long time,
Yeah, let's shut up now.
join me on Monday where I upload my latest video.
I'll probably
to
watch it on
YouTube.
Wednesday.
Why on Wednesday?
It usually comes up about then on my recommended list on YouTube.
Haven't you got notifications turned on? Make sure you turn. Can you turn
I know-
notifications on for this stream?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
got mine set up. So I get 2 notifications, one from Facebook, one from YouTube.
Contacting YouTube.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Never looked into it, but can you get pistons that have a deep dish for the valve clearance?
I don't
If
think
you
Yes.
can't,
Yeah, they're around. They're very hard to find, though. for
say if
servers.
you can't, there's
No.
such thing as a grinder.
No.
I have
Oh, you said that.
I have
No.
seen them around, pictures of them around, but
It's just no.
because that's how they do it for the NAs. That's how they make them non-interference for the NAs, is that they have the cutout.
What if you ran double head gasket?
No, okay, stop now. Just end the stream.
Yeah, make sure you come join us 7:30 p.m. next Thursday.
Like
Where-
acid, just weld it straight on.
No, I've gone through this before. It wouldn't work because you still have the internals. It's going to weld the outside, not the inside.
Once you do it right.
That's what I told you that the
Yeah,
first time
yes,
you
Nathan.
brought it
Maybe
up.
weld will work.
And then you're like,
Mix
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
Paint
Yes.
it on. Put it together.
Nathan pretty
bolt
much-
it down.
Nathan pretty much destroyed my hopes and dreams because I'm like, I'll build the ultimate Subaru. I'll just weld the heads on, and it's like
Real-
it's not going to happen.
Real thin strip of JB weld.
But yeah, so 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Normally, it only takes us an hour.
An hour and a half. At the
Hour and a
most.
half.
We got distracted.
A little bit of distraction. We may
Get off the stage.
we may find some more information about Justin Sink for next week.
Yeah.
And have a whole stream on
I mean, I'm
how did
not
Justin do this.
I'm really intrigued at how this is going. Also, I'm intrigued to see how.
Do we try to make it as a portable stream next week where we take everything and be like, what did you do? How did this happen?
How many technical difficulties do we have with a fixed setup?
Yeah, but phones are a lot easier to
Just
work.
3 people on phone walking around. It's like,
just
get
3
over
of
shot.
us walking with
No,
our
no,
phones.
no. If you want to do that, we could have one person there while the rest of us are here.
A live reporter on the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
We are
Also,
joined.
I was going to ask how it ran with mismatched heads, but the answer is
Um,
obvious.
It
We
died.
are joined live with Nathan Cito over at Gold Coast.
It's not an LS. I've seen LSs run fine with mismatched
I
heads.
can't go. What happens if
I mean,
things stuff up here?
That's true.
But yeah, so 7:30. Again, I try to get my videos up at ish on Mondays.
Try to get them pulled
Good.
down at about 7-ish. It's still there.
I don't know how to do that yet.
We just reported.
Remove my
Well, it's real easy. You go report. Copyright strike.
All right.
Right,
on
yeah.
that bombshell, we're out.
See you later, guys.
You can't
Have a
say
good
that.
night.
That's copyright.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.